Will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check it and lock it. He's crossing. There. Check. Crunch.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Get it.
Back to throw here. Cooper's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check it back. 25.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's 2nd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here. It got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Demir Bird, 75 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Seahawks take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Mike 9. Mike 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Zoo.
2nd and 4. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set. And logo. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Out. 3 down. Leo. He's checking. Crash. Jim. Down.
Back to throw now on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Intended for Demir Bird. It leads to 2nd and 10.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got a seal. Get him. Five.
Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. They'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Rabbit.
He'll drop to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 72 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Fresno.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Go.
Mike's 50. Get in the way.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Uzomah. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now, 13. First and 10. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, Haywood!
49 the mic, watch 49. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as they have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
First down.
53 is
the mic. Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
28, Mike, 28. Oh, you got deep?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll run it and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. 2nd and 5. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Safe. Alert 3. Alert 3. Slam. Check 93.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 1 man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Elliott running it with their receiver Cooper, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Here we go. 8-3. 6-6. Pull it high.
Big ass, big ass, big ass. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Yo, 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 go, go. Yep.
Line 9. Here we go, here we go.
Yes, yes. Big grip, big grip.
On first down, it's Elliott down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On third down, Dobbins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up